Hi everybody, it's Andrea, aka Violet Kitty 411, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who has been engaging with comments, likes, and subscribing. I do appreciate it so much and makes this project so much more fun as we enjoy the #1 game of the Sim franchise, The Sims 2. Do keep the comments coming because I do try to respond to everyone. If I miss any, it is a genuine oversight. So we are back in Desiderata Valley, the neighborhood that ships with the Freetime expansion. And today is, hi Daisy, today is the household that I've been waiting for, as I'm sure you can understand, because this is the Jocque household with Violet, the sim that was actually named after me because of the tutorials I wrote for both Sims 1 and Sims 2. So that's very exciting to me. Sophia, Marcel, and Violet have a wonderful family life, but can they continue through the stresses to come? Will they find time to relax and enjoy life? Let's go check them out. Okay, so here we are in their house, and we have our 3 Sims. First, we've got Marcel, and Marcel loves food, but Sophia loves a fit man. Can he strike the balance between his love for delectable delights and his waistline? Well, looking at his fitness level, he will actually get his boingy boingy moment the first time he either works out or has a bite to eat, assuming he has a bite to eat while he's hungry. And then here we have Sophia. Sophia loves to work out and has a pretty demanding job, but can she and her best friend Opal find time for themselves in their busy schedules? And finally, my namesake, Miss Violet here. Violet and Rick have been best friends forever, but Rick is going through some rough times. Can she help him understand his parents? Can she help his parents to understand him? Honey, it sounds like you are in the best friend zone. So let's take a look at the house. So the house has this incredible roof, which by incredible, I don't mean good, but yeah, so we will be changing the roof line to make it look more like a house than it does currently. It is a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath, and at least the bathroom is appropriately sized. I mean, it's 9 plus 4 for the half, so only 13 tiles dedicated to bathroom, unlike Julian's very small house, which had 26 tiles dedicated to 1.5 baths. So yeah, it's at least appropriate. The layout is not terrible. I'm not in love with it, but it's not terrible. So there's definitely things that we can do. And it does have a pretty good sized footprint. So we will be able to find some space. We might even be able to find, yes, Daisy, we hear you. And we might be able to find some space upstairs. So there will be space to be had. Poor allocation of funds. I mean, we've got the super cheap bed and the most expensive dresser, so that's fantastic. And also a dresser here that's more expensive than the bed. You know, you put the money in the bed, not the dresser. I'm just saying this is poor choices, poor choices. And so we've got a kitchen down here that is, I mean, we don't care about the refrigerator. That really doesn't affect anything, but kind of a middle line stove and things. So we can definitely treat them better. So let's go ahead and evict them and get on with it. So the family's budget is $73,039, and that's what I'm going to be starting with. We will be making some adjustments to the lot, and let's go ahead and take a look inside. So one thing about this lot is it was going with the natural terrain, but it was flattened to build, which is not terrible, but I might go ahead and try to create a better natural terrain. And we are going to find out what we can do to take full advantage of the house as well as the lot, because of course Freetime is not seasons dependent, although they did do a better job minding the seasons. So let's go ahead and get rid of things that we know we don't need. Deconstruct the house, also give it the obligatory basement. We don't always use the basement, but we always build it because if we need to, later on, we've already got it, and we don't have to take the financial hit to dig the basement later. And that's why we Now I am actually going to get rid of this extra large deck because why would I keep it? I'm probably going to have a deck eventually, but since I know that I'm going to be adjusting the lot, I may as well get rid of it now because it will just get in the way of me deciding what I need to do with this. We're going to get rid of the front porch. We will keep it in mind that it was 3 deep and 5 across. Now it's time for our basement. Since I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, I do want to move the lot around. I want to clean up the lot as much as possible because it just makes this whole experience a lot more streamlined. Oh, and did I remove the roof? I don't believe I did. There we go. Remove the roof. So now that's pretty much my tabula rasa as I want it. Now I'm going to go in and figure out what I want to do with this lot so I can choose my orientation of the lot. Okay, so here is my adjusted lot, and I did make a critical, well, not critical, I made an error in that I did forget to remove the terrain. So if I were to remove it now, some disappears and some does not. So we won't worry about it. We'll just try to match it over here. Not a big problem. Now I do want to go ahead and add a garage right here. So I am going to go ahead and deconstruct not only the bottom floor, but the top floor above the garage. That way there's never a problem. After I remove the foundation, of course, I already have put that guy right there. So I can remove that. And we will, of course, have to level right there because I wasn't thinking that one through. It's okay. Small problem. And now we will put in, I feel like Sophia would like that, but we will do the cement extension and do that right like that. And now we will activate our cheat. And this time it works best not doing top down. And we do want it to go wonky, just like that. Grab the ceiling tile. There we go. Easy peasy. Deactivate the cheat. Put the walls in. Activate the cheat. Make sure you have move objects on, which I do. And when it goes wonky, that's correct. And there we go. Deactivate the cheat, and that is done. Now I have put some thought process into what kind of roof line I want, and it had the short gabled roof, which was kind of ridiculous on this. We're not in Switzerland, and it did not look good as a chalet. I'm just saying chalets can be very beautiful. This was not. So we're going to go more short gabled roof for this. I am not wild about this here, but that's what we've got. So I'm thinking hipped shed and hipped shed. Now we're going to drop things. I want to say this down to about 20. All right. And I had experimented a little with these guys. I want this centered above the garage. Now, in order for me to be able to place them on the back, I have to do a little bit of deconstruction of them. So we will do that. Now we will use those again and make sure I put them back to back. like that. And now I feel like I am going to actually use this space right like that. Right like that. Then we're going to go up and we're going to put another roof, another long gabled roof right over the very top of this. And now it is, well, it's not weatherproofed yet because I haven't filled in all the extra walls. We've got ourselves a pretty nice usable rooftop. Playable attic is what I mean by that. And there is the floor plan for our playable attic and the floor plan for our playable basement. Now it did have a pretty large front porch, and you know what? I don't mind it, so I'm going to put it right back. Can't level terrain. Okay, we'll figure that out. So it did take a bit of effort, but I did find a floor plan that I found to be a really good use of space. So follow along with me. And right here is going to actually be a dance studio because Sophia is actually a dance enthusiast, all right? And we've got a little bit of just an entranceway mudroom, little bit of well, no, it is a full bathroom. This will be the entranceway and the kitchen dining room combo and the main living area. Now I'm just going to choose a simple flight of stairs just as a placeholder for the next, the next portion. I want that, and also we're going to do one right there. So now that I have this marked off, I know what I need to do with my next floor, because you do have to actually mark it off. It works best if you do that. I'm going to do this right like that. That's going to be a 4x5 room with a connecting bath, and then 2 more 4x5 rooms. All right, we're going to have a hall bath here. This is going to be the master bedroom. Yes, it is very long and narrow, but it would have like a bathroom and a seating space over here. So it's going to be a real master suite that we will divide. And then when we get to the top, it's not going to be a whole lot, but we are going to section off this because that's where the staircase will be. And I'm likely not going to make specific rooms in this area, but we have it, and I might not even use it because, of course, we do have so much space and not that much money, but it's nice to have it as options. Okay, so now I have everything laid out. I've got all the doors placed. I've got preliminary textures on. These are kind of my default textures if I don't exactly know where I want to go with something, just so I have a sense of completion. Actually, though, I do have a sense of what I want to do in this room. So now I'm going to think it through. We will add something back here, but I don't know how much. But I'm going to think it through and finish designing it and furnishing it, and I will be back. Okay, so let's take a look. With their last name being very French, I wanted to kind of create the concept of a French country home, and as such, I'm pretty pleased with the results. So when I saw this texture, I knew it was the perfect one. This is actually found in the Apartment Life Boho collection, because not only is the color right, but this detail absolutely reflects what I would like to see, and it reflects this paper that is used on the foundation, so totally perfect. Does look a little weird around the garage, but that's okay. And I did like the added detail right here. I kept the eaves with the siding, which is great. And we did put the back deck on. This time it is foundational. All of the windows and doors have been recolored to the natural because it is much more organic and less stark than when they were white. So let's look inside. Oh, but before we do, I'd like to point out that in honor of their last name, the florals are all in blue, white, and red. Yes, that was intentional. Now, I wasn't going 100% for a French country look, but the boho really did help creating the very Baroque look. Over here, we do have the garage. Then in here, we've got one of 4 bathrooms, and I am getting better at these tours. You got to admit, I am getting better at this. All right. And then a nice country kitchen with an eating space. Now, this wallpaper was chosen because I felt it nicely enhanced these sycamore pearl counters, and it also complements the pinks that are found in Sophia's dance studio right off of the kitchen. Very airy with access to the deck, a lot of light wood, and then we can go into the main living space from here, which has been divided into 4 unique areas. So we've got the conversation area with viewing of the artwork as well as the fireplace, and finally put this peacock in to help enhance the peacock feathers on the fireplace. And I'm very excited that I did finally get the mod to be able to place my rugs wherever I want without too much graphical error. There is some when you put furniture on top of them, but you know what? I can live with it. Over here we have a reading nook, and over here we have the electronic entertainment, and these 2 sofas go very nicely back to back. Not all sofas do, but it works particularly well with the Moroccan, and so it's very intentional looking, almost as if it was meant to be one single piece of furniture, and I absolutely loved that. I also liked that the console repeated the texture that is found in the webbing of the furniture. Of course, we do have our chess area, and from here we can re-enter our entry hall. The basement is basically from Marcel's pursuits of nature, where he has a garden and of course a fishing hole, and he can't afford the sun lamps currently, but he'll get them eventually, and he has an easel when he is inspired by his nature. And also going up into the next floor, and we have a hallway, pretty plain, but presented with 5 doors. So we have Marcel and Sophia's room here, a hall bath, Violet's room, an empty room, and a little bit of a rec room. So let's go look at Marcel and Sophia's. Quite a bit of the boho stuff with the flowers in his hair. Just very light and airy. And they do have their own bath off of their bedroom, and it's done in the blues. And don't know if you knew this, but if you look closely, this is scenes from Sims 3 that are found in Apartment Life. You see there's a 3 right there. Going back out into the hallway, there is another bath, and it's just, again, very utilitarian. We did save money on our plumbing and our kitchen stuff because that's not their highest priority. And now let's go see Violet's room. Even though her hobby is fitness, she is pretty sporty, but she is a girly girl, so Sporty yet girly. I think this works for her. And the bedroom adjoining Violet's, or I should say next to Violet's, is currently completely empty. But there's room to grow. We ran out of money. That's what happens. I run out of money. And finally, the last room on the second level is basically Violet's room, her fun room. Does not make any sense that they had 2 bedrooms and this large open area. That's not realistic, but they could use bedrooms for working out, which is what Violet would do. Now this one is from Pet Stories and it's super cheap. It's like 145 simoleons, so it's great. And a desk for when she gets home from school. And this room has an ensuite with the colors reflecting what we see. Now outside that room, we have another flight upstairs. And at the top of the stairs is a very large empty attic area that is very playable to be used however anybody wants to. All of this, so much more space for the same amount of money, really. Let's put them in. I do like to think that the better roof lines that we've been creating definitely make the neighborhood look a lot better. Of course, we've still got ugly ones over here, but you know, it is what it is. There's got to be ugly houses in every neighborhood. So the Jocques have 73039. Let's go ahead and install them. Okay, and we're expecting to see Sophia looking a little bit curvier because she is at the bottom of her fitness. Yep, she certainly is. And let's see what they've got going on. Okay, folks, let's have some moments of self-discovery. Okay, you were doing that. All right, that's great. Wonderful. And fitness, nature, we love. Okay, actually, Violet, why don't you go to school? And you know what? Why don't you ask your husband on a quick date? Because you know what? We've got things that have to be done, which involve having a high aspiration. Why don't you slow dance with hubby real quick? There we go. There's your dream to live that. Okay, wonderful. Okay, now that that date is doing fantastically, why don't you go take care of some other needs of your own? Like, there we go. Oh, you need to pee, Marcel, so after you're finished with that, you may do that. You're going to pee and get on that exercise bike, get rid of that baby weight. She's a teenager, you know. Marcel, oh, no, why don't you put that away? Put away those leftovers. Neighbors are coming. Do we really want to meet them? Not really. And Violet, as soon as you finish telling this person that your father doesn't want to talk, I need you to invite the headmaster, please. Thanks. All right, now how about entertain? Oh, you need to tell a joke here. Tell a joke. Tell a joke. That's great. Maybe meet somebody online. And just because this is Violet's workout room doesn't necessarily mean that she's the only one allowed to use it. There you go, boingy boingy moment. Quit your job. We don't like that for you. And we don't have high hopes of this being a great party, but we are going to invite everybody we know. There we go. Great job, Violet. Now you're going to have a party. And I guess because the party is happening when we're expecting the headmaster, they're not just coming on in. So let's invite everybody in. Hi, best friend. We're in the friend zone. Yes, we are. And there we go. All right. I need you to put on shades and greet him with a kiss, kiss, darling. That way we're guaranteed with her love of school being a, oh, let's make sure I actually lock that in, popularity. There we go. There we go. And she's got 60 schmooze points. Let's give him a tour. Hey, you want to see this house? We just had it remodeled. Sure. This is our very, I mean, it's a hall. How about let's go to the kitchen? All right. This is our kitchen. What do you think? Hey, it's amazing. All right. How about our main room? Okay. What do you think? And he's thinking it's great. Okay. And now, yay, we're in private school. I guess the party kind of isn't happening. It's headmaster visit or party. That's okay. All right. Well, I think that this is going to work out nicely for our family. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you soon in the pixelated world. And that's all I have to say. VK out.